You see, when I talk about things like, oh, this is what rock needs to do in order to be revitalized and be considered important in the year 2020 and into the future, this is what I'm talking about. Hey neighbor, welcome back to Beyond ARTV. My name is John, and it's time for a track review of the Bring Me the Horizon Yungblud collab, Obey. This is something that was teased heavily, and I thought it could have teetered one way or maybe another. I had a bit of hesitation because Yungblud in particular is very hit or miss for me, and Bring Me the Horizon, since that's the spirit. Not to say that I haven't liked them, they're just a bit more aimless, I feel like, at times. Not to say that I didn't like tracks like Parasite Eve and even a good bit of Ammo. It was just a bit unpredictable as to where it would go and if it would actually have replay value. Well, now that I've got this one tucked in the pocket, Obey is one of the best songs that they have released in a long-ass time. I'm very excited about it, so let's jump right in. I'll take things I didn't see coming for 1,000 on this track, Obey, because wow, this is kind of like mind-blowing stuff compared to a lot of what they've put out in recent times. I love the guitars, I love the heavy feeling that right off the bat just feels ominous, a bit suspenseful, but you're also thrown right into the fire. The racing synths in the background are fantastic. I love what Jordan Fish adds there. His production alongside their frontman Oli Sykes is just so good. You're right there in the moment, in the mix, feeling every little bit of it. The flamethrower from the vocals are fantastic, but also, again, the synth melodies on this, they cannot go unnoticed. It has this industrial leaning vibe to it, and I'm really catching on to it really quickly. The heaviness was just so unexpected though. Oli Sykes has several moments where he's actually screaming on this track. I'm not talking about a raspy yell, because we've seen that, and yes, we've seen some screams on tracks like Ludens, which I really did like and appreciate, but here, it doesn't feel like, oh, we're just winking or nodding to the audience. There is a heavy feeling to this track overall, but it doesn't feel outdated or like they've done this before. This is the direction that I would love to see them sprint in. Yungblud on the track is really good, although I will say that the second verse, I wish that there was a bit more punch to his part, at least in places, but he picks it up. He actually screams himself, which I didn't know that he did, but it works oddly well. He teams up with Oli on the chorus after his verse, and it sounds really good. And this entire song is about overthrowing authority and waking up, I suppose, and just rebelling and saying, like, we don't have to do this, and we need to realize that we're being controlled by a government that does not give a shit about us. Sarcasm is heavy with this one, and I know that that doesn't sound like a groundbreaking message, and it's not, but the way they go about accessing these feelings is actually so good. It does feel cathartic, and with all this pent-up energy and angst and feelings in 2020, we need songs of rebellion that actually feel like they could have a lasting impact, and Obey has to be one of those. What all the fans are really going to be talking about though is that breakdown. The bridge of the track, the breakdown, the guitars are thick on this thing. I'm talking 3 or 4 C's at least on that thick. I love the fact that they actually have a bit of a screamed, almost growled approach there, and you can hear Yungblud in the background as well. It's just kind of this, oh, they tied it all together. It all is going off like fireworks in my head type of moment. And it's something that actually feels like, yes, this was worthy of building up, this was worthy of teasing, and now that we've had this roller coaster ride, we're riding it out, it just feels so worth it. Yeah, if I haven't made it painfully obvious already, I love this single, I love Obey, I can't wait to see what they do on Posthuman, because Parasite Eve, again, it was solid, but I didn't come back to it. I immediately kind of noticed this disconnect, like, yeah, it's catchy, there's some fun parts, but I didn't fully love it. This, I fully love. I can't wait for you guys to hear it if you haven't, or to continue loving it, or maybe streaming it, checking it out, giving it a second chance if you've heard it already. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below, and let me know if you're looking forward to Posthuman. I'm not sure if Posthuman is still going to be like a 4-part EP that leads to an album, or if it's just going to be one singular entity. We will find out hopefully by the end of the year, but any and all thoughts welcome down below. If you want to see me talk about Bring Me the Horizon more, then tap this card here, or tap here for another recent track review. All of my socials can be found in the description down below, including my Twitch, where I am now streaming multiple times a week. Go follow me, ARTV Games, and I'll see you soon for more on Beyond ARTV.